Yo, what's good, YouTube? Zamcro here, aka Scoop, back with the International Draft Masters Season 3, and we're rocking here in the playoffs. My last iDM upload was my quarterfinals match, where I lost to the Goldenrods. They're Strikers, as you can see their logo on screen. They're going to be facing off, advancing, and playing against the Portland Crowbats, the number 1 seed. And then we've got the Shamrock Snovers, the number 2 seed, taking on the New Orleans Faints, who beat the Confusion in the quarterfinals as well. So 2 hot matches, 2 rematches from earlier in the season, obviously. As we have 11 weeks, we play each coach 1 time. And Aki finished number 1 with a 9-2 record and a 25+ differential. And I'm Pledge, coach of the Shamrock Snovers, finished 9-2 with a +20 differential. So a really tight race there. Aki winning by a 5+ differential, same record, and actually lost to Pledge earlier in the season. So that makes for an interesting top 2. The New Orleans Faints also finished 8-3, and the Goldenrods of Strikers finished 7-4 like we did, except they got their 8th win last week versus me in the quarterfinals. The New Orleans Faints picked up their 9th win last week, like I mentioned, in the quarterfinals. So that's pretty hot. So we've got some momentum going on into the playoffs, or further into the playoffs, I should say, to the semifinals here. So we're going to take a look at the matchups here. We've got the Portland Crowbats and the Goldenrods of Strikers. Portland's rocking a team of Aegislash, Z Garchomp, Zapdos, Azumarill, Weavile, Piloswine, which has access to Z moves, Snorlax, Alamomola, Serena, Crustle, which also has Z move access, and Mega Alakazam. Where the Goldenrod Zebstrikers have Celesteela, Mega Medicham, Gliscor, Volcarona, Porygon 2, Seismitoad, Raikou, Zoroark, Whimsicott, Latios, Lapras, and his Z-move users are Zoroark and the Volcarona. So yeah, pretty interesting matchup. Last time, Aki decided to bring Zapdos, Weavile, Mega Alakazam, Snorlax, Azu, and the Garchomp, where I think his Snorlax was a sub belly drum set, and it was like max speed Snorlax, but the Porygon 2 actually had for Sky had the Toxic on there, and also was really fast and was able to outpace the Snorlax, which was really cool. So yeah, Skyrise brought the Celesteela, Mega Medicham, Gliscor, Seismitoad, and the Raikou, along with the Porygon 2 that I mentioned. And it was a pretty good game, back and forth, kind of as you would expect with monsters on their squads like Mega Alakazam and Mega Medicham, and Weavile, so on and so forth. I think the lead seed Sapsipper, or the Sapsipper Azu, maybe caught Sky off guard as he threw off a lead seed. That was a nice semi-check to the Celesteela, being able to go into that on the leech and then pivot into the Zapdos after the leech and see what Sally wants to do. I thought that was pretty nice. Porygon 2 is problematic. I guess getting rid of its item with something like Weavile's knockoff is best case scenario, even if it costs you your Weavile. But yeah, it was a belly drum sub Snorlax that didn't really get to put in the work. It eliminated the Gliscor, but the Gliscor broke its sub, and Mega Medicham was obviously able to revenge kill it. But yeah, Mega Medicham is just a huge threat. I think Aki brought the Banded Outrage to be able to revenge kill it at all times, with probably Jolly max speed, max attack, so that you could always outpace the Mega Medicham, unless you believe that the Mega Medicham was creeping something specific. But I think you'd rather be safe than sorry, especially in the upcoming playoff match, if you decide to bring Banded Garchomp once again to revenge kill the Mega Medicham. So Sky brought a sub Thunderbolt Hidden Power Ice Raikou as well, which was pretty nice, put in a little bit of work. Celesteela just 8 hits. Mega Medicham and Mega Alakazam could basically pick up a kill at will. And what happened here at the end game was Mega Alakazam was able to trace the Beast Boost from the Celesteela and survived a hit from Scarf Seismitoad. Yeah, Skyrise brought the Scarf Seismitoad to maybe catch something off guard, and Alakazam was able to live, and Seismitoad actually lived on one and a +1 side shock, which is pretty nice. So that's pretty cool to see. But yeah, it wasn't too much to say about that game. Like, it's pretty straightforward, back and forth match, almost 40 turns or so, something like that. Really close and really fun to watch. So I know this, being the playoffs, I know they're both going to be bringing their A game and it'll be a whole lot better. So definitely looking forward to that. It's tough to say. I want to give predictions here. It's tough to say who I think is actually going to win the rematch here. I know Aki's fantastic in rematches. Sky's also fantastic in rematches. I feel like Aki does have the mind games advantage, but I do like both of them are incredible builders, very, very incredible builders. So it could go either way. Given that Aki won the first matchup, I'm going to give it to Skyrise here on the second matchup and say that the Goldenrods of Strikers are going to upset the #1 seed and make it their way to the finals versus either Shamrock or New Orleans, which we're going to talk about their first game right now. So pretty much the same, a really close game. Two squads that have insane amounts of power. The Shamrock Snovers have the Mega Gallade, Hydreigon, Tapu Fini, Greninja, Mamoswine, Bronzong. So the first 6 picks there, phenomenal and great value picks. Just phenomenal, really. And Amoonguss, Licky Licky, great defense there. Nice synergy. Thunderous Therian and Yen Mega as Z-move users, and then the Alola Marowak finishes the squad off. And he's facing off against a squad that I didn't want to face. Really wanted to avoid facing this team at all costs. The New Orleans Faints have Heatran, Clefable, Zygarde 50%, Mega Scizor, Hippowdon, Tangrowth, Excadrill, Toxapex, Alolan Persian, which is also a Z-move user, and the Alolan Ninetales. So he has Sand options, he has Aurora Veil options, he has Parting Shot and Regenerator options, Magic Guard and Unaware on Clefable, Heatran can be annoying, Zygarde with the Z-moves, and Dragon Dance, Choice Band, so on and so forth can be really annoying. So it's going to be another really close match, I think. Last time what happened was it was basically back and forth. Hydreigon put in the work, really. I don't remember if it was a Life Orb set or something like that. It definitely put out the power, though. Was able to catch the Clef upon switching with a Flash Cannon. Mamoswine and Hippo both got up their rocks, respectively, I believe. Mega Scizor put in the work with some Bullet Punch priority. And then what really happened was the Zygarde. It had Protect. So Pledge opted to switch out instead of clicking Surf with his Specs Greninja, as he protected, and then on the following turn Greninja was switched out instead of attacking, and on that turn Nova revealed Dragon Dance, so he was a substitute Dragon Dance 1,000 Arrows set. I'm not sure what the last move was, but yeah, he was able to pick up a nice Zygarde sweep there at the end. And I believe it caught Pledge off guard. It was his first loss of the season, Pledge's first loss of the season. So not too big of an issue. And I don't know, I know he was swamped with, schoolwork and stuff like that. So he may have been less invested at the time, but I know he's going to be more invested here now that it's playoffs. I've actually played Pledge multiple times, and I know how much better he plays in the playoffs than he does in regular season. Not saying that he lacks in the regular season. Obviously, he finished 9-2 with a +20 differential, one of the top 3 records of this league's history, I believe, including last season's. I think 3 people finished 9-2 last season. But yeah, so I think this is going to be another really, really good match. I don't think the Zygarde's going to be able to sweep again. Mamoswine, Tapu Fini, and Licky Licky potentially. Licky Licky can be tailored to wall Zygarde infinitely with its bulk and then having the Ice Beam. So I think that's an option he could look into if he's really, really afraid of the Zygarde. But like I mentioned, I don't think he would. It's not going to catch him off guard again if it has Protect and Dragon Dance, so he might stay in if it happens. If the same scenario was to happen again, now with the knowledge of what happened last time, I think he would adjust to that. But yeah, it's basically an overview of the playoffs. Portland and Shamrock coming off a bye week. Goldenrod and New Orleans coming off wins versus me and the Miami Heat Wave, aka the Confusion, respectively. And yeah, I think this is going to be two really solid matches. I'm really hyped for them. I'm trying to get them to happen a little bit quicker, and I'm going to try to catch them live. And with that being said, actually, it's either going to be I'm going to catch them live and it's going to be added onto this video, or I'm going to catch them live and you have to look out for that video in the future. Anyways, this has been my prediction for the semifinals, and yeah, that's going to be it. So let me know what you think in the comment section. I'll drop the iDM doc down below as well, so that you guys can have another look at the matchups if you would like to study it a little bit and maybe look over the entire season as a whole and make some predictions like that. Anyways, that's going to be it. Let me know what you think. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. All the good stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.